A cream batch flagged for quarantine. In 2024, shipped to over 2,700 sensitive skin customers anyway. Neutrogena sold a Hydro Boost hiding fragrance irritants right beside its own cleaner version. Pond's put a formaldehyde-releasing preservative in a jar marketed as gentle. 9 moisturizers you trust are quietly aging your skin faster than they repair it, and what their ingredient labels reveal is far worse than the marketing ever admits. A single word, perfume, shows up halfway down the label, but for thousands of shoppers, that's where the trouble starts. Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Water Gel, promoted as a dermatologist favorite, sits on drugstore shelves in 2 versions, one with added fragrance, one without. Both promise the same clinical hydration, the same blue jar, the same price tag, about $20 to $30. Yet only the fragrance-free version lists ceramide MP, allantoin, and a host of barrier repair ingredients. The fragrance gel, by contrast, swaps those out for a signature scent that isn't disclosed beyond that single word. A veteran formulation chemist points out that fragrance, even in tiny amounts, is the leading trigger for cosmetic-induced dermatitis, especially in people who already struggle with eczema, rosacea, or dry, reactive skin. Patch testing across European clinics found that up to 15% of suspected allergy patients react to at least one common fragrance compound. For those customers, the wrong jar means weeks of irritation, redness, and a compromised skin barrier, exactly what the product claims to protect. The problem doesn't stop with Neutrogena. Pond's, another household name, quietly adds DMDM hydrantoin to its gentle moisturizer. This preservative gradually releases formaldehyde, a known skin sensitizer and a substance flagged by the European Union for restriction in leave-on products. In 2024, the EU moved to ban DMDM hydrantoin from new leave-on formulas, citing rising allergy rates and long-term barrier damage. Yet U.S. jars still sit on shelves, unmarked, with only the chemical name on the back. Behind the soothing claims and trusted logos, a pattern emerges: hidden irritants, regulatory gaps, and ingredients that quietly undermine the very skin they're supposed to heal. A moisturizer with a built-in SPF often carries a promise of double protection, hydration and defense against sun damage. Yet in the lab, that promise can unravel fast. Take Neutrogena's oil-free moisturizer with SPF. On the shelf, it's a bestseller, priced around $15 to $20 and marketed as a dermatologist staple. But its main UVA filter, avobenzone, doesn't hold up under real sunlight. Photostability tests reveal that after 2 hours of midday sun exposure, avobenzone levels drop by approximately 40%. That's not a minor dip. It's a collapse in the very ingredient meant to guard against deep skin aging and UV-induced DNA damage. Without additional stabilizers, the broad-spectrum claim becomes shaky, and the risk of sunburn or invisible barrier breakdown rises, especially for those relying on a single morning application. The problem isn't limited to drugstore labels. L'Oreal's Revitalift, priced at $25 to $35, touts anti-aging benefits and a science-backed formula. Yet the ingredient list includes benzyl salicylate, a fragrance compound flagged by the EU's Scientific Committee on Consumer Safety. In 2023, regulators capped its use at 0.5% in leave-on products after examining potential hormone-disrupting effects. While the SCCS ultimately concluded there was no evidence of endocrine disruption at these levels, the compound remains on a watch list because of its allergenic potential. Most U.S. consumers never see a warning, and the bottle's marketing leans on trust in science rather than full ingredient transparency. An FDA regulator, pressed on the issue, acknowledged in a recent hearing that photostability and cumulative exposure are not always reflected in the SPF number on the label. That gap leaves consumers exposed, literally, to the difference between how a product performs in the lab and how it behaves on real skin, in real sunlight. For anyone with sensitive skin, or anyone who expects their SPF moisturizer to actually protect all day, the disconnect can mean more than just a wasted purchase. It can mean a silent acceleration of skin aging, or worse, a false sense of safety. The next controversy in sunscreen ingredients is already brewing, and the stakes for barrier health are only climbing. Supergoop's Unseen Sunscreen, a cult favorite in the $30 range, lists homosalate at 8%, over 5 times the European Union's legal limit. In the European Union, homosalate is capped at 1.4% for leave-on products, a number set by safety committees after reviewing new absorption and toxicity data. Yet in the United States, both drugstore and prestige brands continue to load up on this filter, citing outdated FDA guidelines that still allow up to 15%. Hawaii, meanwhile, has banned several chemical filters, including oxybenzone and octinoxate, over concerns about reef safety and potential hormone effects. But homosalate remains unchecked on American shelves. Paula's Choice, a brand that markets itself as science-driven and transparent, sells SPF moisturizers containing both oxybenzone and octinoxate, the very ingredients Hawaii has outlawed for environmental impact. Their own reformulation statements admit these filters are under review, but the products remain widely available. CeraVe AM, another trusted name, contains a full 10% homosalate along with other chemical filters. Its packaging features the National Eczema Association's Seal of Acceptance, a symbol that signals safety to millions of sensitive skin shoppers. Yet the National Eczema Association's own documentation does not require full exclusion of controversial UV filters, only that products avoid the most common allergens and irritants. The result, even eczema-approved picks can carry high levels of an ingredient that European regulators no longer consider safe at these doses. A 2020 JAMA study upended assumptions about sunscreen safety when researchers found that homosalate, avobenzone, and similar filters reach systemic levels in blood after just a few days of use, well above the FDA's threshold for requiring further toxicology studies. One of the study's lead authors, Dr. David Strauss, remarked, "We now know these ingredients are absorbed in significant amounts. The question is, what does that mean long term?" The evidence piles up. Brands that promise barrier protection, even those with dermatologist endorsements or eczema seals, are not immune to the contradictions hidden in their formulas. For sensitive skin consumers, label trust is no longer enough. The need for genuinely safe, barrier-supporting alternatives has never been clearer. Vanicream's moisturizing cream sits quietly on pharmacy shelves, its plain white tub a sharp contrast to the flashy promises of its neighbors. Yet for countless people with eczema or reactive skin, this is the first jar that actually brings relief. The formula is stripped of common triggers: no fragrance, no dyes, no parabens, no formaldehyde releasers. Every ingredient is selected for gentleness, and that's not just a marketing line. The National Eczema Association awarded Vanicream its Seal of Acceptance, a mark that demands rigorous review of every component and rejects anything with a history of irritation. The founder's original goal was simple: make a moisturizer that anyone, even the most sensitive, could use without fear. CeraVe's Blue Tub Moisturizing Cream has earned the same seal, but its story is rooted in a different kind of science. Developed with dermatologists, the formula centers on a precise 3:1 ratio of ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids, the same lipid balance found in healthy skin. This brick-and-mortar approach is more than theory. Clinical studies show that daily use of CeraVe's cream can reduce transepidermal water loss by 15%, a measurable sign of barrier repair. The brand's R&D lead explains that their patented MVE technology releases these lipids over time, ensuring round-the-clock support instead of a fleeting fix. Both creams are priced under $20 for a generous tub, proving that real barrier repair doesn't require a luxury budget. For shoppers who have been burned by hidden irritants or empty claims, these formulas offer proof that safety and effectiveness can go hand in hand. The NEA seal isn't just a sticker, it's a lifeline for anyone who wants to rebuild their skin's defenses without risking another setback. In clinical trials, one moisturizer stands out for its ability to deliver what so many others only promise. La Roche-Posay's Toleriane Double Repair Face Moisturizer, priced around $35, is built on a foundation of 2% niacinamide and 0.3% madecassoside, ingredients proven to calm inflammation and accelerate barrier recovery. The formula's claim of 48-hour hydration isn't just a marketing line. It's backed by controlled studies where transepidermal water loss dropped and skin comfort scores improved after a single application. The brand's strategy director points to their use of prebiotic thermal spring water, rich in selenium, as a key differentiator. This mineral-rich water has been shown in laboratory testing to neutralize oxidative stress and soothe signs of irritation, making it a staple in post-procedure care for dermatology clinics across Europe. But the gold standard for sensitive skin repair doesn't belong to just one laboratory. Avène's Cicaphate plus Restorative Protective Cream, set to launch a new rosacea reduction trial in 2025, is already gaining attention for its pharmaceutical-grade thermal spring water and a price point near $30. The company's medical liaison notes that their focus isn't just on symptom relief, but on restoring the microbiome and rebuilding the skin's defenses from the inside out. For anyone who has spent years chasing the next miracle jar, these formulas offer real, measurable repair without the hidden irritants, hormone disruptors, or regulatory loopholes that have plagued so many others. And while these moisturizers have raised the bar for what's possible in barrier care, the next battleground is already taking shape in the sunscreen aisle, where new research is exposing even deeper contradictions in what consumers are told versus what actually protects their skin. Today's ingredient lists hide more than they reveal, and every shelf is a test of vigilance. As brands pivot faster than regulators, your skin's future depends on what you spot and what you refuse. The next battleground? Sunscreen. If you think moisturizers are risky, you haven't seen anything yet.